Polyjet is a 3D printing technology from Stratasys that we use in product design and development for a number of reasons. Sometimes for its high resolution printing capability. So here we're printing a small little linkage with some delicate features for routing wires amongst the moving components. And these could have been the same color component, but when we put them into an assembly, sometimes it's helpful to have a few different colors. You can also blend in different durometers of materials. So in this case, we have a assembly here built primarily out of Stratasys Vera White, which is kind of the lowest cost resin. It's just a very standard resin. And then for more impact resistance and a little bit higher spring force, we printed these green parts in a digital ABS material. That's a very nice resin, sometimes used for molding, injection molding with digital printed cavities. And again, designing in or printing in a few different colors allows us to have a few different options inside of the part. So you can describe to your client or to manufacturers which components provide which function. Maybe sometimes some of them will be done in kind of a soft durometer, like a rubber for sealing, and some of them will be done in more rigid thermoplastics, maybe for heat sealing or ultrasonic welding. Granted, all the materials here on the Stratasys Polyjet printers are not thermoplastic, so we can't do any welding. Here they work really well for snap fits and high tolerance features. This larger assembly is built 100% out of Stratasys Vera Clear with really good dimensional accuracy, really good tolerances, and fairly high strength. I'm really happy with this part. Here we were testing out a rubber strap with some rigid simulated overmolds here, so rigid caps on the ends with a soft rubber band. And you can order some of these samples from service bureaus or from Stratasys direct. This was from Solid Concepts, now part of Stratasys. But here you're seeing a Polyjet Flex with a rigid printed rigid number in here. So this number is printed in a rigid material, the rubber is printed in a soft material, and you can see that the durometer of the rubber changes along its length. This is like digital durometer scale. So as I get further along here, this more and more closely approximates a 95 Shore A rubber material and a 27 Shore A down at this end. This is not something you can do with any other technology, maybe other than the upcoming stepped printing technology, but it's very cool for doing this type of thing. Also for simulating overmolds, I mentioned here, you can do a rigid plastic with a rubber overmold. Finally, Stratasys printers are one of the Pantone color partners, so they have calibrated Pantone colors. And so these are some color samples that I ordered and a full color kind of a demo kit showing how these 3D printed parts can be printed with Pantone approved color codes that match the Pantone color books. So lots of reasons why you might look into using Stratasys Polyjet, and this is how I use it for prototyping.